Hi everyone, welcome to my channel and welcome back. I'm Jeannie and I have a little bit of a crack on my builder gel. I don't know how well you can see that. It's like right here where my nail bed ends and my free edge begins, but I need to fix it, so I figured I might as well show you in this video how I fix it. The other builder gel, it looks good. I don't have to do anything with it. So I'm just gonna fix this one crack because I don't wanna continue on and risk breaking this nail because my nails are getting so long. Even this ring finger where I did an extension, you can see to where it's almost all grown out to where I won't need that little extension anymore. But they're getting so long and I don't want them to break. The reason why when your nails get longer, you need to make sure that you're building an apex because that provides strength to prevent your nails from breaking. But you can see this is a little bit flatter. And I do build an apex, but honestly, I think I went a little ham on the filing. I filed too much. So I don't have enough of an apex, which caused like that little crack. So I want to make sure that I'm fixing it before I break the nail off completely because I would be so sad because I've had like so much progress on my nails. So I unfortunately don't have the video of my builder gel fill when I first started with this builder gel because that's one of the deleted ones. But I'll leave a picture of what the nails looked like. I don't know whether it's going to be here or here, but I'll pop in a picture of how I started with my nails, what length I started at when I started with the builder gel, and it's still going strong. My nails have gotten so long. I think it's been, I'm not sure how long it's been, but I've done like 3 or 4 builder gel fills, and I have to say I am absolutely loving the builder gel. So I'm going to keep using it, but I want to fix this one. So in order to fix it, I first need to carefully file off the current builder gel that's on there. So I'm going to start with filing off most of the bulk of this nail, and then we'll start fresh with that builder gel. I'm not going to file off all of it because that's really unnecessary, but I'm going to file it thin and then do more layers on top of it. So I've got my dust collector. I've been using this Melody Susie one. I've been loving it. And then I want to use my e-file. Oh, I've got the sanding band on. So I'm going to use like this mini sanding band. And then I'm just going to file carefully. And I am using my non-dominant hand to file. So I always like to make sure I'm going a little extra slow because I have a hard time using my non-dominant hand. So you can see I'm just going around. I want to remove that bulk. I've got my hands anchored on the dust collector because I don't want my hand to slip and I could make the crack worse. So I'm really just going on the surface, removing the shine. I want to take down some of that bulk because I'm going to do more builder gel on top. So when you do a fill, you don't have to remove all the builder gel. You just want to remove the bulk and then to where you can apply builder gel on top. So fills are really nice. They're a lot easier than like a whole new builder gel set. I love doing fills, and this builder gel, the fills are just, I don't know, there's something, this is my new favorite builder gel. The fills, like I don't see the lines of where I filled because I filled so many times. It's crystal clear, it doesn't yellow, it's super shiny, it doesn't get any scratches in it. I'm really happy with this Doi Builder Gel set. I'm actually so happy with, actually it's called the Doi Basics bundle. I actually love it so much that I bought a backup bundle because I will be using this for the foreseeable future. I'm kind of hoping that they will come out with maybe like a nude pink builder gel as well in the bundle. I would love like a little bit of color, but I mean, I'm happy with the clear as well. I really like it. But I think it'd be really nice if they came out with like a nude pink version of it. because sometimes you just want a little bit of color. I don't want to go down to my natural nail, but I want to take off most of it. And this time I'll do better about building my apex and not filing off my apex to protect, because I did get some new IKEA Alex drawers and I need to put them together this weekend. So I definitely don't want to break a nail doing that. So I think we're good there. Let me just dust off. So you can see, I think we're good there. I think that's removed enough of the bulk. I do have a little bit of dip right there. Let me see if I can remove that. Because I want it to be clear, clear. Okay. I think we're good there. So you can see it's super thin. There's only a really thin layer of that builder gel left. I want to go ahead and remove that dust as well as dehydrate that nail. So it's just some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe. So this is the bundle, the basics bundle that I'm talking about. So it's the Nail Bio Doi line. That's the gel basics bundle. So you have your gel base coat, your clear, which is your builder gel, and then the top coat. So you can get it as a bundle. I get them from Sweetie Nail Supply. They have a Valentine's Day 25% off sale. So I did buy a backup of this bundle just because I love it so much. But whenever I start with builder gel, I always start with a layer of base gel first. And that's going to help my builder gel adhere to my nail. So, and this one has a really great, like, short, skinny scrubber brush. This is actually a really thick builder gel, but I kind of really enjoy that about it. Like, if you can see that viscosity, it's really thick. It's a nice, like, sticky builder gel. So I'm just going to kind of scrub in that base gel. And I like, because it's a skinnier brush, that I can kind of get closer to the cuticle area, sidewalls, not get any gel on my skin. So once I've got that base gel on, I'm going to cure it for 30 seconds. Okay, so my base gel is cured. So now I'm going to go in with my layer of clear gel, which is a builder gel. I'm not going to build an extension, so I don't have to worry about that. It's just going to be an overlay on my natural nails. So I like to start with a base layer first. It's kind of like my slip layer. So I'm just going to do one thin layer. I need somewhere higher to rest my hand. So it's going to be one thin layer of that builder gel, and I'm trying to do this with my non-dominant hand, so I'm going a little bit slower on my natural nail, one thin layer. And you can see the brush is different. So this is a long, skinny brush. It's got a square end. So all of these have different brushes in them. So once I have this slip layer on, it's going to make my layer of builder gel easy to maneuver. Having this slip layer helps. So I'm not going to cure it. I'm going to leave it wet. I just want to get that initial slip layer on. So now that I've got that on, I'm going to take more builder gel. So I'm going to take like a dab of that builder gel. So I just removed that like one side. So you can see I've got like a lot of builder gel on that brush because I want a bead of that builder gel. And then I'm going to apply it to my nail. So you can see that bead kind of dropping on my nail. And then I'm going to float my brush. So the brush isn't touching my nail. It's on top of that bead of builder gel. And I'm just pushing it up towards my cuticle area. So I don't want to brush on this layer. I want to float my brush on top of that bead to move it around my nail. I'm not really concerned about my sidewalls and cuticle area just yet. I'll use a liner brush to get closer. But really the main surface area of my nail, I'm just moving that bead on my brush. I'm floating my brush down my nail. And hopefully that makes sense of what I'm doing. So you can see I'm moving that big bead of builder gel. I'm not pressing hard on my brush. It's just floating on top of that builder gel. There's something about this builder gel. I never get air bubbles with it. It just looks so clean and just so beautiful. So I've got that bead on. So hopefully you can see here what that bead looks like, but I didn't get anywhere near my cuticle area and my sidewalls. So I'm going to take my liner brush. This one is from Sweetie Nail Supply. This is liner brush number 2. I love this liner brush. Just look at how skinny it is. It helps to use a liner brush to then get closer to your cuticle area and sidewalls, because if I try to do it with the brush that's in the bottle, I could get product on my skin. So it's easier to use a liner brush to move that product around your cuticle area and sidewalls. I think I'm going to need another layer just to continue to build that apex, but I at least want to get this first layer down, this first bead, how I want it. I can continue on, but I actually like to cure in between beads just because, like, the thicker your gel is, the more prone you are to heat spikes. And I do get heat spikes with this builder gel. So I want to make sure that I'm just curing a bead at a time rather than continuing to add more, because the thicker it is, the more heat spike I'm going to get. So just like that. And then once you have your first bead down, you want it to level to build that natural apex. So turn your finger upside down and it's going to start leveling. So let me figure out how I can show you. Oops, I don't know how to show you well because this is the angle, but it's going to really pull, holding it down, pull towards the center of your nail where you want that apex to be. So holding it down is going to level it. It's going to build out that natural apex. But I know I'm going to do another bead anyway, so that's kind of how it's looking from the profile view. So I'm going to go ahead and cure this for 60 seconds, and then we're going to do another bead. Okay, I've got my first layer cured. So here's how it's looking. I definitely want to keep building up, build more of that apex. So I'm going to do a second bead. So I'm going to take that builder gel. I've got that bead. I've got a nice amount of builder gel on that brush. And then same thing, I'm going to pop that bead on my nail. I'm not going to start at my cuticle area. I'm just going to lay that builder gel bead on my nail, and then I will float my brush. So I'll start moving around that builder gel towards my cuticle area, towards my sidewalls, but I'm not worried about getting super close. But I'm just floating my brush on top of that bead of builder gel, moving it down my nail from side to side, continuing to move it down my nail, because I really want the most amount of that cuticle oil at that apex area, so down the center of my nail. So you can see I'm moving my finger from side to side as I'm moving my brush down. Pushing that bead of builder gel. This is really hard to try to talk and do your dominant hand. All right. So here's how it's looking so far. So you can see I've added more of that thickness, but now I want to get closer to my cuticle area and sidewalls. So I'm just taking my liner brush again, and then I'm floating that on top, and then I want to push that product. I want to push that bead as close to my sidewalls and cuticle area as possible so it looks natural. And especially on this side right here at the sidewall where that crack is, I especially want to make sure there's enough strength there to reinforce that crack so it doesn't crack more. I need that strength. Builder gel is really strong. It's a hard gel. I mean, it's not a hard gel. Like it is a soak off, but it's a harder gel. So that's why I can successfully build that extension on my ring finger. Whereas like a rubber-based gel or a regular gel, it's not strong enough to build an extension. It's really good for an overlay on natural nails, but it's not strong enough for an extension. Whereas builder gel, it's strong enough to where you can do an extension. So builder gel, poly gel, you can, hard gels, fiber gels, you can build extensions with those. But it really just depends on the softness, hardness of the gel, on whether you can build an extension. I'm paranoid. I want to make sure I have plenty of gel at that crack. I do not want to break my natural nails at this point. They've just been growing so well. Okay, so here's how it's looking. So let me turn my finger upside down. And then if I want to, I'm trying to see like how I can show you as it's upside down. I don't know if you could see that. If I want to move some of that product, I can. So here's how it's looking. I'm going to go ahead and cure that for another 60 seconds. Okay, so I cured that for 60 seconds. So here's how my nail's looking. I'm happy with that thickness. I think we have a good enough apex. So builder gel does have an inhibition layer, so don't worry about the sticky layer. So I'm just going to take some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe, and I'm just going to wipe off that tacky layer before I start filing and buffing. So if you have that tacky layer, it doesn't mean that your nail isn't cured. It's just natural with builder gels. They always have that sticky layer. So just make sure you wipe it off so you don't gunk up your file. I mean, just look at how clean that builder gel is. It's like glass. And then we're gonna do some more filing again. So let me get out my dust collector, because who wants that dust? My e-file. And I just want to clean up. Not that I got any builder gel on my skin, but I want to make sure that I'm cleaning up around my cuticle area, sidewalls. Just kind of contouring it, making it blend in. A little more seamless. And then just going over, making sure everything is nice and smooth and even. This time I am not going to overfile, but I just want to make sure everything's nice and smooth and even. I also don't want so this is where I get challenged, because I don't want my nails to be too thick. So that's where I tend to go ham and overfile, because I'm like, oh, is it too thick? So then I'll keep filing, and then you get a crack in your nail because you overfiled. So I want to make sure I keep that apex this time, because my nails are probably like more of a medium length at this point. So I do need that protection. You don't really have to worry about apex as much when you have shorter nails. But when you have longer nails, that apex isn't just for looks, it's to protect its strength for your longer nails. So you want to make sure you keep that apex. That actually was like, that applied so smoothly and evenly. I think that's all I need to do for, actually, you know what? I'm going to do a quick buff, but other than that, I think that's all I need to do. So I like to buff my free edge too, just to make sure I don't have any sharp corners. And then I'm kind of rounding out my almond shape. And then as you're filing and buffing, make sure that you're dusting off, because that could impact like what you're seeing. So I like to dust off all that dust and see like how it's looking. Sometimes it's hard to tell with all that dust, so sometimes I like to fix my shape a little bit with my buffer block. Make sure I'm happy with my almond shape. And I think that's good. And then one last layer of base coat. No, you know what? Let me make sure I've got all that excess dust off. I'm gonna wipe with some isopropyl alcohol and let rewipe just to make sure there isn't any excess dust. Let that dry. Okay. Now one more layer of base gel. Just super thin. I love this little scrubber brush. I'm telling you, I am in love with this set. This will forever be my builder gel set. Other builder gels are good, but I don't know. There's something about this one. So cure that, 60 seconds. I've got my base coat cured for 60 seconds. So now we're going to go in with the top coat. Now this top coat, it's a little alarming because it is super thin, especially compared to the base and the clear. It's a really thin top coat, but it is so good. No yellowing, no scratching. I just had my hair redone and you can see there's no staining, because normally, so if you don't know, I have purple hair. So normally any kind of gels I'm wearing on my fingers, even on my natural nails, you'll see that residue of the purple from my hair dye. It does not stain. So you have to see this. So it's a super thin top coat, but super shiny, scratch resistant, stain resistant. It's got the same brush as the clear. So it's that thin, long, skinny brush with the square tip, but really, really great top coat. I'm really excited I was able to pick up a backup of this set. I wasn't planning on it, but then when Sweetie Nail Supply was like, hey, we're having a Valentine's Day sale, 25% off store-wide, I was like, sold, done. Because my obsession with Sweetie Nail Supply is growing day by day. Let me make sure I've got everything clean. Uh-oh. Did you see that? Of course, at the very end, I would knock my nail. All right. I just want to make sure everything's level. I see that little, is it a piece of lint? That's better. Okay. So turn your finger upside down, let your top coat level for about 5 to 10 seconds, depending on how long you want to wait. So once it's level, cure. 60 seconds. Okay, I cured the top coat for 60 seconds, so here's how it's looking. It is a non-wipe top coat, but even non-wipe top coats can have an inhibition layer, so it can leave chemicals behind, even though it's not sticky, so it's very smooth. So I always like to make sure that even if it's a non-wipe, that I do wipe it. So I'm just taking some isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free wipe. I do wait for my nail to cool down about a minute, just because I don't want to remove that shine. If you wipe your nails down while it's still a little bit warm from the lamp, it could remove that shine. So I wait till it's cooled down a little bit. I'm going to wipe it down with some isopropyl alcohol. And then of course, you know, I've been using alcohol, so my skin is really dry. Look at that kind of white cast from the alcohol dehydrating. So of course, you know, I have to rehydrate my cuticles. So this is the Scales of a Mermaid. This is their new rebranded 1 ounce dropper bottles. Look at how beautiful that is and how it shows off that beautiful hollow. So this is squeaky clean, which means it's fragrance free. It doesn't necessarily mean it's unscented, like the oils that she puts in here may have their own natural scent, but there's no added scents to this. So this is just a really nice, clean one. So if you're sensitive to fragrances, this one is perfect. And I love this for like fresh sets. So I'm just going to go ahead, might as well rehydrate all my nails while I'm at it. And then I don't know why that stopper, but that's okay. So I'm going ahead, rubbing things in, getting rehydrated. So my nail seems really sturdy now. Like I don't feel like it's going to break on me. It's protected at that little crack. I've got more of an apex this time, so my nail is protected. Here's how the rest of the nails are looking after like 3 or 4 builder gel fills, super clean. So, I mean, that was a really hopefully quick and easy video, but I just figured I'd show you how I fix my builder gel. So you would do a fill the same way of just taking out the bulk of your builder gel. If there's any lifting, remove your lifting and then put your gel base, cure it, and then do your builder gel on top. So it's a similar process, but I just wanted to show you fixing this nail because I needed to fix it before I started building my new Alex drawers. So anyway, I hope this video is helpful. I hope you enjoyed it. And if you did, I'd appreciate if you gave this video a thumbs up. It lets me know to continue creating content like this. And it also helps YouTube recommend me to others, which helps grow my channel. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing. I upload content every Monday and Thursday at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. As always, I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.